How many cards should you have? How many credit or debit cards should you have? Wow, this is a tough question to answer. For me, the debit card is becoming a more and more questionable issue. So let's cover the credit cards first. How many credit cards should you have? Ideally, none. However, to be realistic, in today's world of complex living, and because the credit rating system is designed for you to have debt, you actually need to have at least one credit card. Personally, I think you should have two credit cards. One that stays at home and is used only to auto pay your bills, and one that you carry and is used just for emergencies. If you're using tabs, your carried card is also used for car maintenance and repairs. By the way, emergencies don't happen every month, so your carried card should rarely get used. Both of those cards need to be what is termed as major credit cards and are accepted almost everywhere. If you get them from the same bank where you have your checking account, then payments can be done by online transfer. I see no need for any single store credit cards. You know, those cards that are only good at one store? A store card may entitle you to a small discount on purchases, but I don't think the discount is worth having the card, especially if you pay interest or fees on it. Your personal situation may justify a single store card. Just make sure you pay it in full every month. If you have a business that buys a lot of supplies from a certain store, that could be a different issue. But that should be a card held by your business, not by you personally. For personal use, just don't bother with any single store cards. For now, don't go canceling all your extra cards just yet. I have a lesson on that. Just put them in a safe place. Now to cover those debit cards. Debit cards are becoming an issue for me as they have direct access into your bank account. If your debit card is stolen, the thief can take the entire contents of all accounts linked to that card, and you may have little recourse. That's also another reason you shouldn't have overdraft protection or any other accounts linked to your card besides your daily living account. So only link your debit card to your daily living account. If a credit card is stolen, you're not responsible for any fraudulent charges, and your bank account is safe. The problem with a credit card is that it's too easy to overspend. At least the debit card can help limit your spending. And that's why I think you should have a debit card linked to your daily living account. And that daily living account has a limited amount of funds in it. Card should not be able to view the balance on any other account, and it shouldn't allow transfers either. If you need to do a transfer, do it from your home login or stop by a branch office. Also, because you're using a debit card, don't let your daily living account collect a bunch of unused funds. You wouldn't want a thief to take everything you have. So the bottom line answer is, I think you should have 3 cards and only 3 cards. One major credit card that stays at home for auto pay of your bills. One major credit card that you carry for emergencies and car maintenance expenses only. One debit card that you carry for all of your daily living expenses. Remember, you're not taught to think this way, so they can make more money from your mistakes. Thanks for watching. Canceling credit accounts. Information for this lesson comes from the Experian.com website. A credit account can be a credit card, a personal line of credit, a home equity line of credit, or other similar loan. Basically, it's any account that you can instantly borrow a variable amount of money without the bank needing to approve the loan, because the bank has already pre-approved the loan up to a certain limit. If you plan to apply for other credit in the next few months, such as a mortgage, car loan, or credit card, then don't cancel any credit accounts now. Wait till after the new credit has been established. The reason for waiting is that when you close a credit account, your total available credit is decreased by the credit limit on the account that you closed. This makes the percentage of used credit jump up. Your percentage of used credit, known as your utilization rate, contributes as much as 30% of your score. A raise in your utilization rate lowers your credit score. When lenders see your credit score decrease, they start thinking that you're more risky. Also, lenders don't like to see your utilization rate over 30%, not to be confused with the 30% of your total credit score. If the account you're closing has been open for a long time, then closing it will also lower your average age of your accounts. Average age is also factored into your score, with longer averages boosting your score. This shouldn't cause immediate concern, as accounts closed in good standing stay on your credit report for 10 years. Closed accounts that have missed payments associated with them will remain on your credit report for 7 years. While your score may decrease initially after closing a credit account, if you continue making your other payments on time, your score should rebound in a few months. It takes some time, but it becomes evident that you just closed an account and didn't take on any new debt. When is it better to keep an account open? 1. It's the oldest account on your credit report. 2. You don't have many other credit accounts, which can result in a thin credit file. Notice that the system seems to want you to have several, if not many, credit accounts. And 3, the only reason you're canceling it is that you don't use it very often. In my opinion, you should cancel any single store credit cards. You know, the ones that are only good at one store. Any savings they give you generally isn't worth having the card and the extra bill to pay, especially if you pay interest or other fees on it. And since they're only good at one store, they aren't helpful when you need money somewhere else. Clean up your wallet, your mind, and your finances. Cancel all single store credit cards. If you must use a credit card, use what's called a major credit card that is accepted almost everywhere. Note, if you have a business and that business buys a lot from a particular store and the business has a store credit card, that's a different story. By all means, the business should keep that store card to get the discount. Generally, you as a person don't need to have a store credit card. Experian also recommends that you should cancel accounts one at a time and about 3 to 6 months between cards. I'll add that in my opinion, you should also wait until your score is above 775. Higher is even better. By waiting till your score is above 775, your score should, no guarantees here, should remain in the very good category. Thanks for watching.